What up? What's going on, you Boosh? What up, Boosh City? Boosh City for ya. Boosh City for ya. We all love the daily Swoles. We all love the earlier Swoles, too. We love it. When it happens, it happens. We love that shit. Sluts for that shit. Sluts for that shit. What up, what up, what up, what up? What up? Chip. Oh. Get that dirty pump. Dirty. Dirty pump. Eesh. Oh. Who's ready to get nasty with Papa Swole? Who's ready to get nasty with it, Daddy? Daddy's ready to get nasty. Ready to get nasty. Sick fucking games. Games, yeah. All right, we're all coming in. There we go. Oh. Come on in and say hello. Especially if you already say hello. Hey, Miyagi, say hello. Daniel-san. Hello, Daniel-san. Hello. Epic cinematic Daily Swole opening. What? Beesh. That's some fat fucking beats. Thank you, Spyro. DKB, what up? Amy, Ava. Hello. Hello. Yeah, this is a good song. Trying to mix it up a little bit. What's going on? What's up, Eric? Eric D in the house. Holly, Kayla, Nathan, Mark, Shane, what up? Denise. Let's see what we got here. April. Hey, April. Gotta get you back in X, girl. Octavio. Yeah. Oh. That dirty pump. All right, we get ready for this Swole. Here we go. My fam. 980. Let's do it. Coffee.
The sun is shining.
The birds are chirping. Papa Swole's pinching his nips. What?
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Who said that? Testing, testicles, testing ballsack. Hello. Oh, is that... Nice to meet you. Oh, I know. My name's Papa Swole. What's yours? I'm Papa Swole. No, I'm Papa Swole. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to episode 980 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleecast, Slaycast, Flex Friday cast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Biceps. What is going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, hoes, sluts, and sleazies? What's going on? It's Papa Swole. It's Daddy. The Gain Daddy is home. Ooh, instead of Sugar Daddy, the Gain Daddy, Swole Daddy. Swole Daddy. I'm in the house. I'm literally in a house. I'm in a casa. I am here and I'm ready to fucking rage. What is going on? What's good? Happy Friday, everyone. Flex Friday, as it were. Although that's kind of arbitrary. It's going to be Flex Thursday. It's Flex Wednesday. It's going to be Flex Saturday. It's going to be Flex Sunday. You can really say that for anything, especially as these hashtags get overblown. We need to start looking for other ones. So now you have Flex Friday. You have Flex Friday and a biceps emoji. You have Flex Friday and then everyone's trying to get their attention. Everyone's trying to get their time in the sun. But they're in the shade because Papa Swole is flexing. And every time I flex, the earth cools 2 degrees because that fucking lat spread. All right. Too soon? Too early? I don't know. I've had plenty of caffeine already today, so I'm already lit, and hopefully I bring you up on my level. Get on my level. Get on Papa Swole's level. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling? What's the state of the union? What's the state of the Swole? Drop your emojis. Drop your emojis on how you're feeling right now. If you want to drop some poop emojis, what you're doing, if you're pooping. I know a lot of you do your daily poop, your daily Swole poop, which is fine as long as I can't smell it. At least you can't send that through the Instagrams and the Facebooks and everything. But thank you for joining me. Live, people. Live. We got Facebook. We got Instagram going. We got Facebook. I already said that. We got Twitch. We have Periscope. Papa Swole even streams on Periscope. Who the fuck uses that anymore? But I do. Because I can. And Twitch. So Swole Enormous everywhere. We need to bring Flex Friday. We always brought Flex Friday. Never left. It never left. People are people getting tired about that? Or tired of that online? I don't know. I still use that hashtag. But then again, I'm a dinosaur these days. I'm getting old. I'm getting up in them. I'm getting up in those years. I'm getting up in those social media years. Flex Friday is still a thing. I see it out there. I see other hashtags, spreading. It's like you're getting the hashtags with all the emojis after it because you can't break through with the Flex Friday hashtag. There's like 8 billion posts because everyone works out now. Everyone's a fitness expert. Everyone's a fitness model. Influencer alert. Influencer. Ironically, most influencers or self-proclaimed influencers don't have any influence. And I notice that because they don't even answer their fucking comments. They just post, and they post garbage too. I think most influencers don't do jack shit. You have to earn being an influencer before you can call yourself an influencer. I don't even call myself an influencer. I don't like that fucking word. Influencer sounds like lame booty pictures, go get my fit tee shit. I need to incorporate more cardio. Probably not. That's probably not the case. Most people do way too much cardio. It's okay to get those aerobics in. Get those aerobics. Get that Jane Fonda workout. Get those high socks on and then do your little dancing. Do your cardio. Do your aerobics. Get some yoga. If you're not doing yoga, anyone that asks how much cardio you should be doing, and this is for anyone who's listening now, live, later today, or in the future, anytime. If you are concerned and wondering how much cardio you should be doing, I'm not talking about you, Kayla, I'm talking about in general, and you're not doing yoga, you should just literally look in the mirror and say, fuck you, dude, or fuck you, lady, and go do more yoga. You don't really need to do tons and tons of cardio for weight loss. There are benefits, of course, for health, but I do my quote cardio warm up. I get on the step mill for like 10 minutes before I lift. I don't have to go hard, crazy, crushing cardio. That shit just eats you alive. I'm not a big fan of hardcore cardio, but it's one thing for an adaptation if you enjoy it. It's one thing just for general health, but in terms of weight loss, that's not the main play here. You shouldn't be focusing on cardio for weight loss, but a lot of people do. But I think we're coming out of that phase in which people do endless cardio and do tons of cardio, in which that's the center of the weight loss and weight management universe. I think we're getting off that. I think we're getting past that a little bit, which is good. We're getting good. Papa, what do you think about these people that are training people in the gym but have no credentials? Who are these people? I don't know. I let most of my, I think I still have some things that are valid. I let my certifications expire. I let my shit expire. Like I'm not paying for that shit. And I had top certifications. I'm just didn't want to spend money on that bullshit anymore. I don't need someone else to tell me that I know what I know. I could do my own fucking research. Once you have them, it's one thing, but I like to maintain them and this and this. I don't need to suck anyone's dick. I refuse to do that anymore. Regular people that act like trainers. Regular people that act like, I don't know what that means. What does that even mean? Regular people that act like trainers. What do you mean? You mean people that act like they know what they're talking about? Oh, you mean everyone? You mean just people that talk a big fucking game? I don't know what that means. Do you mean like people that literally work in a gym and are collecting money, but they're not certified? Or do you mean people that talk about fitness as if they know what they're talking about and they're not certified? So let me be clear. Just because you have a certification doesn't mean jack shit. You say yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to. I have no idea what you're responding to. So you have to put some detail in the comments because this is not in perfectly real time. So no one cares. No one cares about, here's the thing. Now that information is everywhere, everything is exposable. Okay. I did a driving while gaining. It's not up yet, but I did a driving while gaining on another PhD person. What we're finding now and what we're seeing in a lot of social media, it exposes people. Social media exposes people. And now that information is everywhere, you can literally look up any scientific study. You can do your own research. You can look up a exercise form, this, that, and the other. You can fact check someone in 5 fucking seconds. And in the past, you used to have to go to 20 years of school and have all this experience to even know if someone was telling the truth or not. Now you can be like, that's bullshit, bro. That's just literally bullshit. You can just find out on the spot. And a lot of these people that have PhDs and have masters and degrees, and not that they're dumb, but you go through these institutions and are taught what you should be learning, a lot of that stuff wasn't right to begin with. So you have a PhD in, it helps you understand how to create information, how to read scientific studies. But a lot of times people have these degrees and it represents poor knowledge base. We know that from doctors that don't know anything about nutrition and are really not helping anyone get more healthy. They're just passing out pills. So how was all that, like 10 years of residency in medical school, how is that working to your advantage now? It's working against, because you're not actually helping people get healthy. You're part of the problem. So these degrees that are degrees on with bullshit backing them up, they're not as valid. Everyone's got letters after their name. Not to mention, you can just make shit up. No, CPT, everyone's got a certification. I'll probably create my own fucking certification. I already have something in the works, but it's not like a personal training certification. It's like, stop being a fucking jabroni certification. The anti-jabroni organization. What sucks is that no one cares about form. That's not true. That's not true. People just stick to their bad habits. It doesn't mean that no one cares about form. Those people, I'm sure, think that they're doing it properly. That's one of the issues, that they think they're doing it properly. Denise, I went online and got, quote, certified in 6 weeks in my senior year of high school. I didn't know shit. Certified is just another word in the dictionary. It's true. And there are certifications out there that you can actually take the test over and over again. And once you pass, you pay, and then they send you a certification. So it's like free until you pass. People just want money. And these CEUs are usually just money grabs. And a lot of these top certifications have these events, these national events, and they bring in speakers and they bring in all these people, and it's from bullshit industries, and it's from the dairy industry and all this, everyone's jerking each other off. It's very political. It's very political in many ways. So there's a lot of holes in the, and that's just another aspect of education. There's a lot of holes in the education, in the certification industry. There's a lot of bullshit like that, right? Everyone wants to see something. There's this idea that USDA organic is the best thing. And that may or may not be true, because it costs a lot of money to get that label on your food product. To get USDA organic, you have to pay a lot of money to get that certification. You have to come out and they have to go this and they have to test you. There's a lot of small farms or small businesses that can't afford that type of money in order to get certified. So they still might have a wonderful product, but they can't legally put that on their food stuff. So it doesn't mean it's less good. It just means they didn't have enough money or revenue in order to pay to have that label. But that might also mean that they can't charge as much in the store. Someone might purchase that product over another. So there's a trade-off, and there's a lot of loopholes when it comes to. I did an Instagram story I posted on Facebook as well with the Bang energy drinks. That stuff is absolute fucking trash. The Bang energy drinks is absolute fucking garbage. But it says, oh, there's no artificial flavors and no food coloring. It says literally natural and artificial flavors on it. And natural flavors often means artificial. It's just amazing what they can get away with. And if you think that the language that's used on food products is accurate, no, it's full of loopholes. There are so many legal loopholes of what they say and what actually is the truth. So you'll look on eggs, for example, and you'll have an asterisk, and you'll look on the back, oh, these eggs, and it says no synthetic hormones are used. That's very important, because synthetic hormones, what if they use other things that stimulate hormones? What if they use other things just because they didn't use specifically what they would define as synthetic hormones? They're going to skirt the issue, but they're going to use as advertising. All the words matter. Language matters a lot, especially when it comes to nutrition, which is one of the things that we're talking about today, but it's not specifically about that. But the words mean a lot. The words mean a lot, what they can say legally. Remember, the bottom line, no one wants to get sued, because if they get sued, they have to pay legal fees. They're going to lose money. They're going to lose reputation potentially. And that is what really people are protecting themselves. They're putting whatever they need to on the container in order to market it the best and protect themselves from getting sued. a lot of times, look, this is the honest truth. It's a fucked up world, but I will tell you the truth. At the same time, there are certain areas that I won't touch. There are certain things I won't say. There are a lot of things that I won't put in text. There are a lot of things that people ask me in DM, on messages, in emails that I do not answer directly, that I do not use certain words with, that I do not address because legally I'm not a doctor. So it could come back. There's a lot of things that you can't say, you can and can't say. Now, of course, someone has to have an issue that could be directly related and actionable and blah, blah, blah. But there are some psychotic people out there. So you have to be careful. And that's why I stay in my lane. That's why I talk about what I know. I talk about what I want to talk about. I voice my opinion. I think that's pretty obvious. But I stay with what I am aware of. You know, I'm not going to talk about surgery. I have people sending me, this happens all the time. I have people sending me stuff. I have people sending me x-rays. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the trust. I appreciate the value that you put in my knowledge and my content, but I am not going to talk about a fucking x-ray. I've seen trainers look at x-rays and discuss it with their clients like, you're a fucking idiot. You're stupid, not to mention you don't know what you're talking about. And that's a huge liability for you. You're putting yourself at risk. It's like standing on the train tracks, you know, and playing dodging traffic. You have to be careful with that shit. Stay with what you fucking know. I don't care how much you Google x-rays. You are not legally allowed to give any kind of diagnosis. Or you could look at it. I have people sending me stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh, x-rays, they're cool. You're looking at a bone. Wow, inside. I'm not going to give you like, this is a picture of it. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Is that a broken bone? Is that this? I don't know. I'm not an x-ray tech. I'm not a whatever fucking Dr. X-ray, whatever, radiologist, whatever you call them. Yeah. So, I mean, it's amazing how people don't stay in their lanes. And I guess that goes the same thing that goes to your point with the lack of certifications. You know, people will talk about things that they might not know about. However, it is true. If you have a certification, I know plenty of people that have certifications that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Hell, there are tons of people online that have hundreds of thousands of followers that talk about, I'm the weight loss expert, the weight loss this. They're juicing out of their mind and they're selling bullshit PDF programs that are cookie cutter as fuck, calling them customized. And they're probably making a boatload because they have tons and tons of followers and they look really good, but they're, you know, from a bodybuilding standpoint, but they're fucking juicing and they don't talk about it. They claim natural. There's a lot of liars and fucking charlatans and just scam artists out there. They're everywhere. But people are really starting to wise up to it. That's why I do the driving while gaining, because it's fun. I love to rage and get some of this aggression out. But, you know, sometimes it's just for fun. I poke fun at people. And there's some people doing some good things I'll still make fun of. Because, again, like I mentioned, I like comedy. I think it's fun. But there are a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of fucking scams. There's a lot of bullshit. A lot of people talking stupid fucking games. Stupid shit. There was a doctor once that gave me an antidepressant that had side effects that I specifically said I couldn't deal with. The gym is my antidepressant now. Good. Very good. So let's talk about the main thing today. Now that we talked about a bunch of stuff, but let's get into the actual meat and potatoes, the nutrition blame game. So we've been talking a lot about nutrition. We've been talking a lot about what you should be eating, what's wise, elimination diet, all these different things. And I've said it on the show, I'm sure. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Some gains coming. I got some gains stuck in my esophagus. Aha. So you have a lot of people that are, how should I say it? A lot of people that blame the food industry, right? You blame the food industry, blame the food companies. And they definitely play their role. But I want to like really clarify something because I think we get really off the rails instead of taking personal responsibility. So I'm always about taking responsibility for being fat, take responsibility for eating the wrong foods, take the responsibility, especially now when you have this information. Maybe 40 years ago, it was, oh, do what your doctor tells you, do what the government tells you. You know, they know best, daddy knows best. We've known for about 15, 20 years, and even longer, a lot of people, even before social media and the internet, had this knowledge and common sense and used it and didn't pander into the machine. But those voices weren't heard by the masses. So now you can pass around this information and it's out there. There's a lot of noise. And there are a lot of voices. Everyone's got a voice. Every time someone posts something on Instagram, you have the potential, or they have the potential for everyone to see that, listen, and abide by it. Now I'm just trying to shake things up. I'm trying to show you these are the possibilities. These are things that are out there. And if you don't take responsibility, you start blaming people. You start blaming people for being overweight. No. You ate the food. You ate the food. It's your fault. It's your fault because you ate the food. Having the information is obviously not enough. We have to do more with that. But to blame the food industry, it's a double-edged sword because, yes, they're producing these foods, but they're a business. And I'm going to explain myself. When you blame the food industry, what does that really mean? You're passing off the responsibility to someone else. However, quality food has always been available. Now, yes, now we can get more organic foods. Yes, now they label things as grass-fed beef. Now you have more access to it. I mean, you can still find it before. You probably just have to go and drive and mail people and use mail and look it up in the yellow pages and shit like that. However, the reason why these food companies got so big and, quote, so powerful is because people bought their shit. When this false research came out and the government changed they changed the food pyramid and they started saying fat is bad and they start demonizing these things, and it's against everything that we do as human beings, as organisms, in order to survive and to develop and to evolve to this point, right? The demonization of saturated fats, the demonization of red meat and eggs. And okay, there's certain things that you don't necessarily want to just be a carnivore. However, high fiber, high fat, high quality fat, those things, that's how we survive. That's how we've evolved. That's how we are healthy. That's what our brain functions on. That's what our body thrives on. That's what our body wants to consume. And there are definitely individual differences from person to person, but in general, the human race thrives on specific types of nutrients, okay? And in order to have a successful business, you need to provide a service that people want. If no one wants to eat fat, if no one wants to eat saturated fat because the government said so and this said so, then the companies cannot produce those products because no one will buy them. They'll go out of business. So they have to make what people want. People start wanting more fast food. They want they want supplements, right? They want quick fixes. They want these pills. Where do you think these fat burners came from? Where do you think GNC and Vitamin Shop came from? From people wanting these quick fixes, from people wanting supplements. They didn't just make them up like, hey, you want this supplement? People started wanting them. They wanted to get there faster. So here, we're going to make something like this. And then people buy it, and then people buy it, and this. So it's our fault. It's humans' fault. It's society's fault. It's not really one thing. It's a whole system. The government changes these things based on bullshit research because some people are trying to swing a big dick. And then all of a sudden the food industry has to change because now there's some things that are being promoted by the government. Hey, we should be cutting down fat. It's going to cause heart attacks. And everyone's like, no, we don't want to eat that food. So then fast food companies stop they stop using beef tallow and like real lard, and they have to start using other types of fats because people don't want saturated fats. So how are we gonna make fats? Well, we'll make these polyunsaturated fats because those aren't saturated fats and everyone's afraid of those. So we'll make vegetable oil and canola oil. And that's where these things spike. I have that in my highlights on Instagram. You'll see a chart there. And heart disease and all these issues really spike when they start using soybean oil. And where do you think this stuff comes from? Fucking tofu and all this like nasty shit, like the rise of all this stuff. It's gross. It's fucking gross. It's gross. It's gross shit. It's artificial stuff, but we perpetuate that because we buy it. If everyone tomorrow stopped buying all these grains and all these garbage foods, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think they're still going to make Honey Nut Cheerios if no one buys it? Of course not. They'll stop making it. They will make what you want. Why do you think there's so much more organic stuff in terms of marketing? Why do you think there's so much more grass-fed stuff? Now, I'm not saying that each company is all 100% grass-fed. Like, I'm sure there's like some shady stuff. And look, unless you're doing it yourself, you don't know exactly where it's coming from. But here's the point. If there's a clamoring for it, if there's a market for it, they will make it. It will be there. It will be there. It will be available to you. You'll be able to have access to it. And there's more than ever. I think we can all agree that there's more, quote, health food now relative to the junk food in terms of the ratio than ever before. I mean, you literally have Whole Foods just exploding over the past 10, 20 years because of that. And you have all these other independent places and all these things you can order. And I know Amazon, all this stuff in the internet, but information is going quicker. But if people want these types of things, there will be more of them. One of the best things that has ever happened for fitness, and you're not going to hear me say this a lot about things, one of the best things that's happened for fitness in the past, in my lifetime, is CrossFit. It's one of the best things that's happened for the fitness industry. Now, I'm not talking about the programming, but I'm talking about the equipment. All these different rigs and racks and different straps and different pieces of equipment and different style, different. It's really gotten it's gotten a lot of stuff that wasn't mainstream enough into more mainstream. So I'm not a fan of the programming style on this for most people. However, it doesn't matter. People like it. This is not a debate about whether or not you should do it. But in terms of the equipment, I think we can all agree that that style of training or that style of, whatever you want to call it, has been very beneficial in terms of equipment production, because now you see all this other stuff exploding. You have all this different mobility equipment, whatever they get popular, because there's so many of them. It's gotten this big. And I think that's also in part because when that really launched, it was around the time when the internet really exploded. So I think it was also coincidental in many cases, because a lot of this stuff probably would have happened anyway down the line. But it's a big mover of all this equipment, because popularity of things can spread faster and trends can change more and things are happening quicker. So as much as tech gets more and more, advanced, things on a social level are going to spread faster, right? Legalization of marijuana should be national super fucking soon, a lot quicker than anything has moved before, right? People's rights and social norms, they change faster because we have more information that spreads, and stupid things look stupider quicker. We see progress quicker, right? You buy a TV, it's old in a fucking year. You used to have a TV, it was good for a decade. Now you get a TV, it's next year, who the fuck's going to buy that piece of shit? It's old. Just like any kind of video games, it gets old quick because things are moving faster. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but what is in demand is going to be produced. That's it. Whatever people are creating. And that's why the fast food is so dangerous, because when you have those things available, they're very addictive. Your body has that type of addictive response, just like these opiates, right? Your body literally has these addictive responses that make you crave it. And that's because of the sugar. That's because of the gluten. That's because of these aspects in the food that literally latch onto your body and cause this chronic response that your body has to keep on feeding and responding to. Really bad. Nasty shit. Nasty fucking shit. And I'm not making this up. I think most of you what have you eliminated lately? Let's drop that in the comments. Let's start having that conversation, since it's a nutrition episode and everyone loves to talk about nutrition. So what have you eliminated recently? What have you eliminated? What have you eliminated? What have you got rid of? Yeah, that's stupid. If you get medical marijuana, that you can't legally own a gun. That's dumb. It should be alcohol that you shouldn't be able to fucking have a gun with. That's ridiculous. If anything should be illegal, it should be alcohol. Prohibition, but you know what I mean? It should be, who needs 80 proof liquor? Who needs something that strong of alcohol? The land of excess. Who needs something that's that fucking strong? You should be able to have a couple drinks and not get fucking wasted. But hey, that's the world we live in. But what have you eliminated that has made you feel so much better? Dairy, yeah, super processed. Sugar is really something that is more rare in nature. Think about where you find sugar. Where do you find sugar in nature? It's not that common. You have to go climb a tree and get fruit. Where do you find sugar in nature? I'm asking. If you go out in the woods, what do you find? You don't find sugar everywhere. You might find some animals that you would hunt and you would eat. There's no sugar around. You might find, down here, you might find a mango tree. You might find some strawberries that are growing naturally that the bugs haven't eaten yet. If you ever tried to grow strawberries yourself, if you ever tried to grow strawberries or berries or grapes or anything yourself, you realize how much they spray these things with, because those things don't fucking grow. Bugs get on those things in 2 seconds. Strawberries, get the fuck out of here. You're lucky if you grow them yourself, you're lucky to get a couple, unless you're spraying the fuck out of those things. Bugs eat that shit so fucking fast. You get these rotted, half-eaten strawberries, a hole through them. Crazy. Intense. Yeah, bugs get all over the blueberries, and you realize, wow, you have these nice big baseball-sized blueberries. It's because they're spraying the fuck out of them. They might say organic. Yeah, when they say organic, it means they're spraying whatever is classified as organic pesticides on them. They're still spraying the fuck out of them, otherwise it wouldn't grow. Yeah, birds would eat them. Everything would eat. Dried food, got rid of candy. Struggling with the sugar, trying to substitute with fruits and local honey. No, just up the fats. Up the fats. Up the healthy fats. You have to break off this energy system. You got to break off that instant gratification. Yeah, no condiments, no dairy, wheat, legumes, processed foods. Yeah. The ants are just extra protein. Hey, was that? That's new protein powder, right? Aren't they making things like that? Ant protein. Fruit is grown now just for the sugar content. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, you know. I mean, look, fruit's better than consuming things like grains and breads, but that stuff's really the killer. People that think that whole grains are good, that's really dangerous. That's really dangerous shit. Yeah, peanuts. Peanuts are a legume. Peanuts are very high in omega-6s too. You don't need any more of those. People get way too much of that in their diet. Lunch meat is garbage. Yeah. I'm struggling with quitting energy drinks. Just got to cut that out. Drink coffee. Coffee is good for you. Drink coffee. It's frustrating mainstream athletes advertise energy drinks as if all that shit's healthy. I don't think they say it's healthy. But if someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, we'll give you $50 million to be, or we'll give you $2 million for a commercial shoot," would you do it? That's the thing. It's like you're in that industry and you just want to be popular, you want to be this, that, and the other. If someone's giving you a $10 million contract to just do a couple pictures holding a Gatorade or something, it's pretty enticing. You almost kind of have to put your conscience on the back burner. Of course, you could say no. I'm sure some people do. But think about it. If someone says, "Hey, we'll give you $2 million," I mean, I have my morals. That's a lot of money to be like, I almost feel like, I'll do that commercial and then fucking take that money and do something with it. But now you know what I mean. It's hard when you're in that situation. That's a lot of fucking money. And people do a lot of shit for money. Have you watched porn recently? Holy shit. What they fucking do for money. Don't watch porn. It's not good for you. It'll get in your fucking head. People do shit for money. A lot of stuff for money. People do a lot of stuff for money. I seriously need to cut bread right freaking now. You haven't cut out bread yet? Bread is like a fucking major killer. And I'll just voice that. I'll say it's my opinion, but got tons of fucking books and literature and stuff out there that show that it's directly related to all these horrific diseases, brain issues and depression, Alzheimer's, all these things. Oh yeah, nutritionists are, that's what I'm talking about in terms of the PhD that I was mentioning at the beginning. You have nutritionists, you have PhD, I have a PhD in nutrition. What does that mean? Think about this, everyone. And I'm not saying that you're not an intelligent person, but if you have a PhD in nutrition, of course, you could be preaching good things. You could be really trying to help. But to say you have a PhD in nutrition means that some older person from like the 60s and the 70s taught you about nutrition. Okay. Yeah, you're reading studies, but you've also had these internal biases from your professors and whoever you were emulating. And those people from the 60s and the 70s were taught by people in the fucking 20s and the 30s, right? So you have this shit running downhill. Everyone was taught by someone stupider than them. We're learning more and more, and that's where technology and information is passing faster through. We're getting research better. We have more detailed mechanisms of measuring these things. Literally right now with genetics and epigenetics, this is the time period in which we're going to find out a lot of shit. The next 50 years, we're going to find out a lot of stuff about nutrition, like real actionable information, right? Not this bullshit like, oh, send in your DNA sample to GNC and they'll tell you which supplements to take. You know, it's getting better, but in the next 5-10 years, it's going to be really interesting when we learn about DNA and our genetics and food sensitivities and stuff. It's only going to get better and more exposed. And that's what information and that's what social media and the internet is good for. It's helping more people learn about this. Come on, 10 years ago, yeah, 10 years ago, I couldn't do this. We didn't have live streaming like this. Facebook Live, literally when I started doing the Daily Swole, Facebook Live had just launched. I think I was doing it on Facebook Live, but had just started. It had just started. Yeah. Crack my neck. Yeah, I started more on Periscope because that was a better platform. Facebook Live was kind of clunky. So live streaming in terms of a social media platform is only 2 or 3 years old. So it's all really new. It's all really new. Yeah, get rid of the bread. God, get rid of the fucking bread. Get rid of the fucking bread. Go watch my highlights on Instagram. Get rid of the fucking bread. Get rid of it. It's not giving you anything that you need. I talk about high fiber a lot. High fat, high fiber, moderate protein. Eat the real fucking foods. Eat the real shit. Things get real simple when you focus on the right things. Even on the Swolenormous audio experience, the other podcast I talked today about the fundamentals. I love talking about the fundamentals because that's usually where shit is broken. The basics are usually broken for people. You're not seeing results. You're not building enough muscle. It's the basics. It's not whether or not you could do cable curls. It's whether or not you're crushing barbell and dumbbell curls. It's not about, oh, well, cable crossovers. No one's not getting results in the gym because they're not crushing cable crossovers. No one's not getting results in the gym because they aren't doing their cable curls. No one's not getting results in the gym because they're not smashing leg extensions, right? No one is missing out on results because of that shit. No one's missing out on results because you're missing out on results because you're not deadlifting. You're missing out on results because you're not squatting. You're missing out because you're not doing lunges. You're missing out because you're not benching. You're not retracting properly. You're not activating your chest because you're not doing yoga and fixing your posture because you're not doing the fucking basics. It's the fundamentals, not the fancy shit. Do you understand that the body is an adaptation machine? If you expose it to the fucking basics relentlessly, it's going to have to adapt. You keep on adding all this fancy shit. It doesn't know what's going to happen, and it's going to grow slower. You're going to adapt slower because it's always getting shocked, and doesn't mean it's responding and adapting. It means it's trying to juggle all these different things that you're throwing at it. It doesn't know what to do. You have to be consistent, and that can seem boring. Okay, then don't get results. That was what today's episode or today's post on Instagram and Facebook. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like it. Fucking do it. Oh, you don't like the taste? Fucking eat it. If you're eating the right foods, you're going to love it. I'm telling you. I know. The reason why I have no desire to cheat, I really don't have any desire to cheat. Cheat is like fruit for me. It's like, ooh, I cheated. I had some grapes today. Ooh, wild man. Fucking wild. I'm a fucking animal. I'm a wild animal with my 95% fucking dark chocolate. Wild animal sucking on cocoa. The reason why I don't cheat is because my food tastes so fucking good. I want it. I want my food. I want my 55% grass-fed beef. I want my bone broth. I want it. I want my grass-fed skirt steak. I want my pastured eggs. I want my heritage pork, my fucking bacon. I want my food. I want my food. I want my sweet potato. I want my roasted broccoli. Yeah, I want my mandarins. Like that's like my snack. I'm like, okay, I got all my work done. I'm going to unwind for a second. I'm going to watch an episode of something on Netflix. I have some fucking mandarins, or I walk the dog and I have a couple, mandarin oranges. Ooh, oh my God. Oh, that's like crazy. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's like what I consider a cheat. Oh, I hope I'm not having too many of these. Of course, I'm not. I love my food so much. It tastes so good. I don't want anything. I love a big fucking salad, broccoli sprouts, and avocado all over. I love that. Oh no, I wish I had a pizza. Fuck that shit. I want more. I want my food. I love the taste. It makes me feel great. I want it. I want it. I don't have any. That's why I don't cheat. If you're cheating and you're craving things, it's because you're not eating the right fucking foods. If you're eating the right foods, that's what you want. You want to eat that. You're not doing it right yet. That's a sign that you're not doing it right yet, or you're not doing it long enough yet. That's it. If you're eating the right shit, and that's why I always say, if you eat the right shit, you don't have to count shit. If you're eating the right foods, you're not going to have those cravings. And if you're having those cravings, you're one, not eating the right shit, and two, maybe you're not doing it long enough because you have to pull yourself away from those fucking cravings. You have to give your body time to change and to adapt. Yeah, that's what I like. The homemade. Yeah, do it yourself. Make your own food. Make your own food. I get messages. Well, what should I eat? When I'm going out, when I go out with friends, you don't. You eat your own food. That's the answer. You want to see results? You're not going out to eat. As much as that might sound scary and shocking, oh my God, some random person's not going to make garbage food for me and roll it in all these kind of fucking vegetable oils and stuff. Yeah, you're going to make your own fucking food. You're going to make your own fucking food. Your own food. Shocker, you cook. That's why every apartment and every house comes with a fucking kitchen. That's why every fucking house and every fucking apartment comes with a kitchen. Even if it's a studio, it's got one fucking room. It's got a kitchen to cook shit. You jabroni. To cook food. There's a reason that area over there with the tile, with the stove and shit, yeah, it's designed to cook things. The supermarkets that you see around, the places that sell food, yeah, those are places you go, you buy things there, you bring them back into your place, and you cook them, and then you eat them. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. Yeah, well, if you're a chef and you love cooking, that's fine. And here's another thing. It doesn't matter if you don't like cooking. Who gives a shit? No one cares. I don't have sympathy for you. I don't give a fuck. I love cooking. I don't love cooking. I don't think about it like that. I don't love cooking. I love eating the food at the result of it. That's all that matters. I don't give a fuck about the cooking part. I just can't wait to put the food that's delicious in my mouth after it's done. Again, you don't have to love extra. I don't love working out. Well, what do you want as a result? I don't like working out. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. I don't care. No one cares. You don't like working out. So what? Either you do it or you don't. You want muscles, you want abs, you want to lose weight, then do it. Oh, but I don't like it. So what? Go cry in the corner and be a fat bitch. I don't know. Like, it just, no one cares. No one gives a fuck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. The question is, did you exercise or did you not? 1 or 0, yes or no. A or B, you did or you didn't. If you don't like working out, but you did it, you're moving towards results. If you don't like working out and you didn't do it, you're not moving towards results. It's that simple. There isn't an in-between. You can't be half pregnant, okay? Either you are or you're not. That's it. It's one or the other. People complain about everything, Kayla. People complain everything. People complain about the cost, but yet go out to eat all the time. People complain about everything. We're in a complaining culture, this pussification. People complain about everything. Everything. I don't like going out to eat for one. Look, if you go out with 2 people, you go out on a date with your girl, your guy, you go out to eat at a place where you might get some, let's say you're going someplace where, let's say I'm going someplace and I'm going to get what I would want. Let's say I'm going someplace, I'm going to get a grass-fed steak. Let's say they have my food. Here's the weird there's so many things wrong with me wanting to go out to eat. You ready for this? First off, I'm going to go somewhere. I have to find something, some place that, because first off, if I'm going out to eat, I want to eat the food that I want. So I'm going to go out somewhere and look for a place that has the food that I want. So first off, why not just eat it at home when I know what I want and I have it at home? I don't know how they're going to cook it. And they're going to overcharge me for it. They're going to give me fucking 4 ounces and charge me $20 when I can buy 5 fucking pounds. It's just a waste of money. And I got to tip someone for walking it over to me. No. If you go out and have a couple glasses of wine, that's different, but go fucking eat first. Eat your food and then go socialize. That's fine. No, Anna, it's not hard to find. No, I know you're talking about going out, but it's not hard to find a place that has quality food. I can walk 20 feet and find a wonderful place that has quality food. It's called my fucking kitchen. And I know how I'm preparing it. I make it exactly the way I like it. And then I eat it. And then I'm not hungry anymore. You want to you want to make sure that you don't go out to eat, then fucking eat some food at home and then you don't feel like going out to eat. I know what you meant, a restaurant. I'm fucking with you. Oh yeah, appetizers. Look, it's a social thing. And I have nothing wrong with community and socializing, fine. But you can hang out with people and not stuff your face. And look, if they want to eat, then you can go somewhere and they're eating and you can hang out with them. You don't have to eat anything, but people have no self-control. But what am I going to do? Talk? Have a conversation? But what if I'm hungry? You eat first. That's shocking to people. You eat before you go somewhere? It's like, if they're hanging out with you so you can eat and be a fucking fat ass, That's a weird sadistic thing. You can't come with us unless you eat too. Who the fuck are you? You gonna force me to eat? No, you can go there and hang out with them and see them and socialize. Oh, it's a good time. Good seeing you. No, I'm good. I ate already. Just go and hang out with them. If they get offended, you don't have the right friends. I've gone to so many birthday parties and events, and I didn't have the dessert. I didn't have the cake. I didn't have the food. I ate my food before. I wasn't hungry, so I didn't care. And no one else cares. No. If anyone had a problem with it, okay, have a problem with it. That's weird that you have a problem with whether or not I want to eat food or not. That would be a weird thing. I wouldn't take offense. You can have a problem with it. I don't give a shit. That's it. You have to be okay with who you are. And I'll tell you, if I don't want to have a drink or I don't want to eat something, I don't do it. What, are you going to force me? That's really weird. We're not going to hang out again if you're going to make a big fucking stink on whether or not I eat your shit food. If anything, what really actually happens, at least in my circles, is the people that I surround myself with, they tend, and this is just, hey, remember, I'm always talking about leading by example. People in my circle tend to gravitate towards what I'm doing because they see what I'm doing. They see how good I feel, how successful I've been with my health. It just makes sense. And it doesn't matter for me what anyone else does. It does, but for a few people that I care about, and this is really only happens with my inner circle that I push. I tend to push a little bit. I really try to promote this. I always tell you can't push people, can't force people. Yes and no. You have to kind of be strict. I mean, you have to, I only really kind of push on a couple people in my life to make some changes. But in terms of everyone else, I just do my thing and people tend to gravitate towards that. That's it. You can't control what people do. You have to lead by example. But bottom line, I'm going to do it for me. If no one else wants to do it, I'm still going to do it for me. If no one else wants to do it, that sucks. I'm not going to hang around with those people. It's just an effect. I don't want to go out drinking. I have no interest. I have too many things to do, and that serves me no purpose. Oh, you don't want to go out and socialize? I'm fine with being around people when I get what I need to get done and when it involves maybe some kind of activity that I would enjoy. I don't care who it is. I don't want to go out and fucking destroy myself. I have no interest in that. I don't care what I don't care what might used to be. I don't care what I used to do maybe 10 years ago. All right, different person. I'm a different person than I was 3 years ago. I'm a different person than I was 1 year ago. Completely. I am much more, and I don't even think of it as more strict with my diet. From the outside, people might think, oh man, you're so much more strict. I actually feel like I'm less strict. I'm less strict with my diet. I just know exactly what I want. I'm so happy with what I do eat. I just don't have a desire for anything else. In my opinion, if you feel like you're restricting yourself from foods, it's because you're not eating the right foods and or you haven't done it long enough yet. Because once you kind of get that switch and you flip over and you realize how good you feel and how powered you feel and just you don't want those things anymore, you don't feel like you're restricting. You're just hungry for the foods that you want, that your body thrives off of, and then you go on with your life. It's amazing how little I think about food. I really don't think that much about food. I don't eat a ton during the day because I eat so much fat. I usually eat later in the day. I don't think of it as intermittent fasting. I might drink my coffee. I got my butter, my oil, and all that stuff in it. I might have a little something. I might have some breakfast if it's made for me or if I just feel really hungry, but I don't plan to intermittent fast. I mean, it's not intermittent. If you have anything besides water, you're not fasting. So a lot of people think, oh, I'll drink coffee. It's not really fasting. However, you're just not eating. So it's liquid and you're going to be your stomach's going to shrink a little bit more. You're going to get used to not eating as much and you're not going to eat as much at one time. So it tends to restrict calories in general. That's where that kind of works, quote unquote. Nothing wrong with it. You have to find what works best for you. But if you focus on you and you're eating the right foods, you don't have to micromanage and restrict and do specific 16 to 8. I don't eat until after 4. Like, fuck that shit. Yo, get your life in order. Eat the right fucking foods. You don't have to worry about, I don't eat till after 2. For me, if I happen to eat after, sometimes I don't eat until 9. Sometimes I just don't eat. Sometimes I'll eat later in the day. Sometimes I'll eat at 9 in the morning. Sometimes I'll eat throughout the day. Sometimes I'll barely eat, or I'll eat once. I mean, I just don't track that shit. If I feel like I need to up the carbs or I need to eat a little bit more and up some calories, then I fucking pound some extra food. Simple. Simple. Please comment on your opinion on keto. You may have addressed this before, only in like 1,000 episodes, which is impossible because we haven't hit 1,000 yet. Yeah, I address keto all the time. High fat is great. Keto is not for long term. You should be eating some carbs. You shouldn't be in keto long term. You shouldn't be in like permanent ketosis. But a high fat diet, I eat a high fat diet. I'm certainly not in ketosis. High fiber. Most people do keto completely wrong. They just do high fat and they eat cheese and fucking all this crap that's fat. Most people don't eat anywhere near the amount of fiber they need when they do keto. So for the record, you have to eat a shitload of fucking fiber. Most people don't pound vegetables, especially when you're eating so much fat, because guess what? You're eating tons of fat. You get full. You get satisfied. So you tend not to eat all that fiber. So it's very important that you're getting your veggies in. And that's from people that are smarter than me about all that stuff. But it makes sense. Oh yeah, they're always putting dairy. Now there's certain dairy products that might be less impactful on people. Depends on where it's coming from, like full fat dairy and raw dairy, or heavy cream and this, that, and the other. I just don't. Most dairies are so processed. Just you're not missing anything by cutting out dairy. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. Oh, but I'm missing nutrient. No, fine. Eat some grass-fed beef. You're fine. Get some wild fish. Like, you're fine. Get some more omega-3s. Like, just, you don't need dairy. You don't need that stuff. Oh, but where am I going to get my calcium? Vegetables. I have a little grass-fed goat cheese. Yeah, goat cheese. And that's because it has different, I think it's A2 casein protein. It's not the same as cows, so you don't have the same kind of reaction. Ghee is clarified butter. Usually grass-fed butter is less. Most people that even have issues with lactose, grass-fed butter, they're fine with. And if they are super sensitive, you can have ghee and that'll be fine. If you need more fat, use tallow. Absolutely. I have a whole fucking vat of tallow in my fridge. Nope. I used to eat cottage cheese back in the day. I don't touch it now. I don't touch that shit. Yeah, calcium, broccoli. Kale has a lot of calcium too, for sure. But then, of course, you could test these things, right? So let's say you have like a specific type of cheese, grass-fed cheese, and you feel fine after. But if you're if you're cutting out all this extra garbage, and then you try something, you'll notice if you get really gassy or you feel sick, you'll notice and be like, whoa, shit, I shouldn't have that. That's not, my body doesn't like that. Then it's, you're learning. It's called listening to your body. Okay? It's evolution, everyone. It's evolution. It's literally what human beings thrive on. It's what your body thrives on. So if you think that everything has been figured out in terms of nutrition, you're out of your mind. Everyone loves to say that they know things, and I've been saying this for a long time here on the podcast. Everyone loves to talk about how they know, they have an answer. You don't know. You don't fucking know. That's why they're still doing studies on it, you fucking idiot. If they knew, they wouldn't really need to research it after a while, don't you think? They don't really need to do more research on it. There wouldn't be that much debate. It would be the same thing as the earth, right? You still have you have some people, the flat earthers, but what percentage is that? What percentage of people actually think the earth is fucking flat? 0.000000000000001, right? But you have all these different people. Oh, this is the best diet. This is the best diet. That's why we're still researching it, because the technology now and the information highway and the information pathways are so much better now than they've ever have been before. Now the research is just kind of getting started. Now we're getting into some of these ideas, but you still have to test them for years and years in longevity studies. And we have to fix all these other studies that were done in the past that everyone was touting for so long, but that had all these flaws and loopholes. We got to cross-check that and test those things out. It's called science. Welcome. Welcome to science. Welcome to the world. Welcome to how we figure out what things are. But a lot of people talk like they know things. Goes back to that training. People that aren't trainers that talk like they're... Come on. People that have degrees don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People that don't have degrees may know what the fuck they're talking about or have command of what they say. It's also how someone says it. A lot of times when these people with PhDs and they talk a certain way so confidently, you just tend to believe them. But when they back it up with common sense and science and things that really point strongly in a direction and it maps out in so many ways, yeah, you can start leaning those directions. It makes a lot of sense. You mean from historical standpoints, from survival of the fittest, from evolutionary standpoints. Those are very, very compelling arguments. And it's just science. We look this stuff up. We can research this. We know how human beings have evolved. We know what certain macronutrients do with the brain. We're learning more and more, but we're learning why these mechanisms more and more are important, and how we can eliminate and prevent a lot of these illnesses and diseases that have sprung up after eliminating these major food groups. And you have vegans, all these people that are trying to demonize animals and saturated fats. Have fun with that. Most of you are fucking half dead anyway. And you have a lot of people on the carnivore that are like, oh, carnivore's the answer. Anytime you go to those ridiculous extremes with nutrition, you're cutting out major food, there's going to be some shit. There's going to be some fucking payback at the end. It's very easy to make a major elimination one way or the other and see amazing results. And then after a little bit, all of a sudden things start sliding. Why do you think people go vegan for like a year or so and then kind of fall off? If it doesn't stick, it means it's not right. And some people are more resilient. Some people can handle certain things and others. That's just life. You're going to have those anomalies. You're going to have some people that might be able to stick to it longer. But a lot of times people will stick to something because they've done it for a while. Right? I played baseball. Up through half of college, but I definitely played baseball a lot longer than I probably wanted to. I got tired of it towards the end. I just got fatigued. I just got tired and bored. It just started to get old, and I just lost interest. And then luckily, right when I was really declining with like my interest in it, I just kept on doing it because I always played baseball. That was me. It was like your identity, right? I was Dash. I played baseball. And then towards the end, I really fell in love with fitness. And then I said, fuck, I'm done. And I just went all in on fitness. And that was a great decision. And a lot of people are, hey, what if I was a vegan? It's like, oh, I'm Papa Swole, I'm a vegan. And then you start, it's not a struggle, but mentally that's who you are. Everyone knows you as the vegan. You can't leave that. It keeps people stuck in their rut a lot longer because they are holding on to this created identity because they're afraid of what other people might think, or they're going to look at as someone that lost. They lost because they were doing this for a while. Oh, you're not that anymore? Oh, remember, because you're talking a big game. This is the best way to eat. This is the best way. And then it's not working out for you, so you just try to stay on as much as you can. You get like really defensive, like any kind of ideology and religion and stuff. Yeah, Papa Swolio is a carnivore. She eats grass-fed beef, 100% grass-fed beef, and like tiny bit of mashed in sweet potato. Papa Swolio said I shouldn't go to major extremes. That means I can eat frosting from a can once a week. That's a major extreme, bro. I'm confused. Looking into grass-fed fermented butter. Never heard of that. Sounds gross. Enjoy. I'll get my fermentation from sauerkraut instead. Well, it doesn't mean that it's bad for you. Just some people are more hypersensitive to casein. Nathan, you tried? Is that what you're saying, Nathan? You tried being vegan? Let me see here. I'm trying to scroll back up. I can only make it 3 to 4 months without animal products. Well, I'm not going to tell that whole acid reflux story now, but I've told that before. But yeah, I was craving meat. Bam, bam, bam. Like Jillian Michaels and her BS, she won't give up her ways and be open just because that has become her identity. What's become her identity? I don't know what you're referring to. I don't follow God. I don't follow anything that woman has ever done or said. I just know she was on that loser show. I just call it the loser show. I don't know what she does. I haven't looked into anything. Were you the one that sent me something for a driving while gaining? I haven't looked at it yet. I just don't have time. I'm so busy doing my own shit. The last thing I do is research like in depth, like what other people are doing, even to make fun of them. I'll see a couple videos and I'll rip on it. I don't do I'm telling you right now, for those driving while gainings, anyone that really takes offense, no, but they do all this. I don't care. I'll tell you right now, I do not care. For those videos, I don't give a fuck. If I find something that's funny, I will rage. If I find something funny online that I want to rage about, that's as far as it goes. Yes, it could be completely on the surface. And no, I don't know anything about them as a person. I'm sure they're great. I don't give a fuck. It's fun. That's as far as the driving while gaining goes. YouTube is completely for entertainment purposes for me. That's completely for entertainment. That's to do that. That's what I have done. I'm not trying to put out like, fire amazing educational content on YouTube. Fuck that shit. There's plenty of that. Not for me. I go there to make some stupid fucking videos. I've tried both ways. Just stupid fucking videos. So that's where the driving while gaining is from. I go to make fun of people and just to have fun. So if that offends anyone, don't watch it. Simple, but everyone loves it. That song you're humming now stuck in my head. What song? Oh, I felt good. Opinion on kombucha. I think that's good, right? What's that? Fermented tea? I don't drink it a lot. Fermentation is good. Populates good bacteria. Cardio before or after you lift, you suggest. Do you do yoga? Mike Segra. The moral side of the argument completely broke down for me too. Yeah, look, you have to look at facts and reality. Stop looking at the moral thing. Everyone's got their own morals. You can't pick a side just because of morals. It's bullshit. That's bullshit. Instagram, by the way, Instagram's going to cut off in less than a minute, but we're wrapping up here. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 980 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, brand new workout on the Gain Train blog. If you have not yet checked it out, go to swolenormousx.com and click on Gain Train blog, and you can see the latest leg workout. And also you can subscribe to the podcast. You can also check out the amazing, ridiculous, stupid, awesome special offers for Swole Enormous X right now. And for those of you that are Swole Enormous X members, you can check out the brand new virtual trainer. There's a brand new back workout, virtual trainer back workout that you can check out in your library. So that's available too. Oh, almost knocked over my coffee. That would have sucked. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back, David. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 981 of the Daily Sleaze. Remember, Sunday is Sunday Funday Q&A. So I might post something today. In order for you to, or tomorrow, at least tomorrow, so you guys can post up your questions on Instagram and Facebook. But I might do it today to give you a little extra time to do it. I'm not sure if you want it posted today or not. You could drop in the comments. Yeah, post it today. I don't know. But I'm posting it on Saturday. I'm getting plenty of questions to go through. But anyway, Sunday Funday Q&A is coming, so be on the lookout for that question posted in my feed, and you can drop your comments there. All right? Love you all. Peace out. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swole. Out.